either way. And we've got a new leader in this session with just over a minute to go, and it's this man, Agura, on the 79, who's got a score to settle with the Sepang International Circuit. And Agura sets the fastest lap of the day so far on a 2:06.093. Aldeguer second now from Aaron Kinnett, who's also improved this afternoon. A tenth of a second now covers your top three. But there are one or two slightly concerned faces in the Alpha VDS box, and this is why.
Absolutely, you can see Arbolino is up, but I think he was cruising on the back straight there, so I'm not sure if he's going to improve with this lap time. Comes across, no, as you can see, he dropped a couple of seconds there in that final sector. So Arbolino then has one last shot to get inside the top 14 before the end of play today. And of course, that could be so important because we may be expecting rain tomorrow morning.
Getting there through turn one. There are a lot of big names actually who have slap-walked their way into potential qualifying one tomorrow morning if it does rain overnight. Samuels is 15th, Chantra is down to 16th now. Gonzalez, who we've been waxing lyrical about this morning, 17th now from Salach Arbolino. Alex Screech up into 20th place from Benchnider, Skinner and Tulovic. Barry Baltus has slipped down the order to 25th after failing to improve. Darren Binder's tough day has continued. He's back down in 26th at the moment. But there are potentially quite a few riders who will be nervously opening their curtains tomorrow morning and hoping that rain's not hitting their window.
Yeah, absolutely. Tony Arbolino might well be one of them because you can see that he is not improving on this particular lap time, even though I think he's tucked in behind Aaron Kinnett. But we do have a red sector for the man of the moment in Moto 2. Fermin Aldeguer, the number 54, currently in second. He is on course to go back ahead of Agura on this current lap time.
Agura, as always, sideways into these heavy braking zones as he makes his way around the off-camber turn 15. Running right to the edge of the circuit as he leaves the final corner, and Agura does another low 2:06.282 for Agura. That lap on its own would still put him inside the top five and ahead of Pedro Acosta, who we're keeping tabs on at the bottom of your screens at the moment. Aldeguer also off halfway around the lap. He has actually lost time in the third sector. That clock at the bottom of your screen isn't quite correct. He's actually 3/10 down now, according to our timing screens through the third sector of the lap. There's the correction right on cue. Pedro Acosta exits the final corner. He's been quick today as Pedro Acosta, but he's not exactly been the quickest of the lot so far. He's firmly in the pack as he sets the fifth fastest time, a 2:06.289. And Tony Arbolino takes the checkered flag in 19th position. 2:07.322 on that last lap, which was a couple of hundredths down on what he did earlier on in the session. And understandably, one or two concerned expressions in the Alpha VDS box, because with one more practice session to go, 30 minutes of practice 3 tomorrow, both Alpha VDS riders are currently outside the top 40.
Yeah. Holland's technician Graham Irvine watching on. Give Graham a shout out. Good Northern Irishman. And yeah, both of his men, Sam Lowe's and Tony Arbolino, with it all to do. And as you said, Lewis, as it stands, potential Q1, if it does rain tomorrow morning, will be stacked with talent, with the likes of Chantra, Manuel Gonzalez, also in there, Darren Binder as well.
Salach too.
Salach as well, who's been a bit of a qualifying specialist so far this year. And this is, I think Aaron Kinnett has a bit of a bobble here at turn one when Tony Arbolino's tucked in just behind, and I'm sure this lost the number 14 sometime.
This is at the start of his final lap, isn't it? Because Arbolino dropped in behind Kinnett at the start of that lap, and you saw there the little moment for Kinnett, which might well have just distracted or delayed Arbolino somewhat. And this is now coming out of turn 2 as he had another moment there coming out of 2 on the way into 3. So Tony Arbolino had a front row seat for a rather ragged first sector there for Kinnett.
Yeah, but Kinnett did manage to do what he needed to do to get himself up inside the top 3 positions towards the end of that session. So a decent end to Kinnett's day here in Sepang after what has been another roller coaster run of emotions for him. His season has just been peak after trough after peak after trough. Good day as well, you have to say, for Jake Dixon, recovering after the double disappointment of Australia and Thailand. Good day at the office for him in 4th. And then Acosta, it's not too many times that we've spoken of him as just one of the fastest guys rather than the fastest guy. But certainly with that performance from Agura, looks as though the Japanese rider is maybe an early favourite here at Sepang.
Remind you, Pedro Acosta only needs to finish in the top 4 this weekend to win the championship. Antonio Arbolino, to keep it alive, must finish on the podium. Ayagura, quickest then on Friday in Malaysia. Fermin Aldeguer and Aaron Canet completing a top 3, covered by just a tenth of a second. Jay Dixon 4th after setting their identical times in our 2 sessions today. Pedro Acosta 5th from Marcos Ramirez and Sergio Garcia, who lifted himself up into 7th place on. The two Ital Trans teammates, Foggia and Roberts, didn't improve, but they stayed in the top 10, completed by Alberto Arenas, Jeremy Alcoba, Alonso Lopez, Celestina Vietti and Ethan Guevara. As it stands, are your 14 riders moving on to qualifying 2. Still half an hour of practice tomorrow to change that, and hoping to change that, a series of high-profile names: Lowe's, Chantra, Salach, Gonzalez and Arbolino, all currently outside the top 14. So to Alex Escreech, Darren Binder and Bo Benschneider. Rory Skinner up to 23rd this afternoon from Lucas Tulovich and Tiger Harder. Barry Boutus has had a tough day in 26th. Both of the feet-and-only riders struggling. Van den Goldberg had mechanical problems this afternoon, which left him 28th behind Foto Zane. Sean Dillon Kelly a crash in each session, 29th from Mattia Casadei. And our 2 Malaysian wildcards, Anwar and Asman, at the back of the field. So Ayagura quickest overall then on Friday in Malaysia. An intriguing weekend in store in the intermediate class. Up next, though, we turn our attentions to MotoGP and the 1-hour session to secure places in Q2. MotoGP practice is next.
Get ready.
Well, brilliant bowling performance from Hannah Darling. Played well, and then the youngster Illingworth to take it to the last ball and give an opportunity.
As the host.
Oh, do I keep putting myself up? I want to keep knocking myself back.
So it's a bit awkward. You do know that there's a celebrity version of quizzing you're not on it.
No, that hadn't occurred to me.
Oliver, now badminton is your expert subject. You play professionally.